Okay, ready?
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Throwing on their first play. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
On the jump.
2nd down now, they need 7.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 19, 18.
Milrow now to throw. Taken in by Downs, left side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bearcat, 18 Rattler, 18, 19 tight, 19 Dragon, 60.
From the gun, Milrow. Connecting again with Downs. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Stop below 18. Let's go now. Let's go.
To the air, Milrow. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Milrow. Connects on one with Jamison Williams. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Go. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Milrow from the gun. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force 3rd and goal. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4 for 4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
Escapes the pocket. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I are here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Shuck will throw to get us started. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response. right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights.
Breaks through and breaks away. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Saints first down.
And the Saints first down.
Shotgun snap to Shough. Finds him on the crossing route. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on the opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
First down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
19 tight. Ready.
Here's Milroe to throw. Hawkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
Third down and 18.
Come on, come on.
Here he goes, third and long. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Back deep for the Saints is Rashid Shaheed. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
It's a loss of a yard.
Shough working from the gun. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at a punt, though, facing fourth down. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. To the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this first and 10.
Right there.
Go play action here. It's Milroe. He lofts one deep, center of the field. Catch is made in close. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Milroe's going to sneak it, punching for the end zone, and he lost the football. And the Saints have the recovery.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line, And then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. This is close, but he is not in the end zone, Brock. By less than a yard, they avoid the safety. But boy, that was close. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing from his own end zone. He's got Quentin Johnson, complete. He is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Chuck now from the gun. Nice gain left side. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Looking now from the gun. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over after the interception. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ready?
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Lofts it, deep right side. And would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. That sets up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
He's looking deep once again. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. Now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Thomas on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Pistol snap here to Shuck. Short pass brought in. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if we wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
To the left and hauled in by Likely. And they make the tackle at the 38. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
1st and 10. Here's Shuck. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. After the false start, some serious work to do, Brock. 2nd and 15. Throwing, Chubb. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jeremy Chinn has got it. That last interception gave him a chance to take the lead, partner. And now their defense gets them another one so they can start growing this advantage.
Yeah, this defense let them know we don't want to defend a small lead. Here's the ball again. Go get us a 2-score advantage this time.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Viking it.
Milroe looking to throw. Has the open man downfield. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. 35 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Brings up 2nd
Cowboy
and
8. Ready.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's going to be down within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
70. Unlock line. Unlock line. Cougar 19.
Off the play fake, Milroe. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Thomas on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. He goes out of bounds on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Shuck now on 1st down. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it deep downfield. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
41-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you get more interceptions.
The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. To throw again here, it's Shuck. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Back to throw, Shuck. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a one-score game before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Back to throw it. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Here's Thomas on the return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Back now, pressure coming. Completed to his running back. Spinning into the clear. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Handoff now out of the gun. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be out of bounds after the big gain. Now down inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Sharp with a quick toss out wide. He is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints tie this game at 21. Tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, Isaiah Rodgers only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the jump.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Milrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And he put everything he's got behind it. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. You got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
6 is average. 6. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. And once again, they can't connect. No luck finding his that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Incomplete.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Saints to the line now. First stay and 10. Here's the home back on the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
He spins right by him. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. New set of downs from 37.
First down, New Orleans. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Shuck. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Saints first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the
The running back gets it on the draw. His progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
at the 26-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Hand off now from the gun. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Emad Worry on the stop. A loss of 2.
Back to the well again. That's some room to work. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Rodgers. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set,
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
go!
Shotgun now for Milrow. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. Milrow to throw. Look at that power. Deep left side. He's got it at the 30. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Seahawks have it, facing a deficit. We could be witnessing the end of their playoff run. All set now. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Bill Rowe from the gun. The Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. Offense to the line fast.
A loss of 6.
65-16.
At the Saints' 33-yard line.
Ready?
Throwing now. Milroe. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go.
16.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
4th and forever coming up.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
Desperation time here. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense. Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down. There was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
Ready?
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Walker now from the gun. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now trail by just a point in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Chuck now from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
And a great throw to a nice route and catch to move in the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Chuck working from the gun. That was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. Now Chuck to throw. Hits his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Buying some time right. Likely's got it right side. And that's a quick stop there before he can do anything with it. That tackle forces the turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
Panther Street. 19 Tigers.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Now this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
18 Cardinal, 18, go!
He's back to throw. Connects on the crosser. No one's around him. He's got space. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks with a little more work to do to win it here.
Okay, ready?
So first down from the 41.
Let's go.
Now an inside give to Walker. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run, and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Hot 70, hot 70. Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. To the right and wheeled in by Downs. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's good.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Walker on first down. Running their full steam ahead, but they ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
39-yard line.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Timberwolf, Buffalo 18. Ready?
Here he is to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And now they have a 1st and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And the QB just nailed it.
Clock winding down. We're going to get a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Get it together.
Ready, set.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
Walker. And he breaks the tie. That's your win this game, Brock. Touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and they cashed in where it really mattered.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Thomas on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Now a timeout is called, and they're going to have to set up for one final heave towards that end zone. So 1st down from the 41. One final shot here. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks